So let's talk about before you board, some of the things you should know. Immigration. Immigration will get your details, especially at the Accra International Airport. They will take your details and they will check you. Now, my first time traveling, I didn't wear socks. I had to walk barefooted because you take off your shoes. I didn't like it. I do not like that experience. So if you're a first time traveler, wear socks, okay? Whether you're going to wear sandals or Crocs or shoes, please wear some socks. The floor is too cold, and if you're germophobic, so wear socks. When it gets to the check, you can just walk with your socks, okay? But if you're stubborn, well, you can go in with your sandals like that and no socks. That's fine. And then when you're also boarding, they'll check your boarding pass, and sometimes they'll direct you to your seat number. Things like jewelry, metal, belt, you have to take them off to go through the scanner. So I don't move about with belt when I'm getting to the airport. Okay, I keep it somewhere. I don't even put it in my hand luggage. In Nairobi, we had to take off our belts, and I decided I was going to wear belts again. So if you have any metal on, especially belts, that would also go through the scanner. Okay, and then again, water. You may not be allowed to carry water, so that's also aside. And when it comes to foods, you're encouraged to take only dry foods. This is not the place for your benko and pepper. No, your shito and those things, no. You can carry dry foods like the snacks, okay? I think apples, yeah, those kind of things, you can carry them. And for the boarding, when it's time to board and you have to find a gate, please ask. Some people miss the flight because of the gates. Like when we go to Dubai, I realized it was going to be so easy to miss the gate. So we ask, read the notices, look up. You usually find the direction. And for those who even issue the tickets, they'll tell you where to find the gate. They'll give you directions as to where to find the gate. So don't be so scared. Just ask for directions to the gate. And then also before you board, you can use the washroom so that your flight will be comfortable. But if you have to use the washroom on the flight, that's fine. And lastly, with the Accra International Airport check-ins, your bag will be weighed. Now, this is where I want to give you information. If the bag is 23 kg and you don't have money to pay for extra kg, you will have to open the bag, take out extra things, and probably discard them. That is, throw them away. You may not want that kind of situation. So get a personal scale at home. Weigh your bags before you leave. Get the scale, check before you leave. Else, when you get to the airport and you can't afford the extra kg or they don't allow, you have to take it out. And it happened to my sister. We got to the airport and we had to open both bags to take out a lot of stuff, which caused a delay, right? A lot of delay for her. So she didn't even have time to take pictures. She had to run through the process because the boarding has started. So in order not to find yourself in that situation, check your bags before you leave your home. And talking about bags, when you get to the airport, there are some forms of protection for your bags. It's not free. You can buy those wrappers. They'll wrap your bag for you to protect your suitcase. And some will even have a plastic cover. So when you get to the airport, you can ask for those rubber coverings. You pay, they'll wrap your bag for you. When it comes to the luggage, have a picture of your bag. You may end up having a similar bag. We've seen 3 or 4 bags that are so similar. So have a special identification for your bag. My friend used her small handkerchief, right? She tied the handkerchief to her luggage so she could identify her bag because her bag was so similar to other bags. And so you can have that special identification. I saw one traveler put XX on her suitcases. With my suitcase, the special thing about it was there was a yellow part for me to identify the suitcase, and I had a certain type of padlock. So those two things were my identification markers for my luggage. Because when you disembark, you finish the immigration, you go to where the conveyor belts are to pick up your luggage. And that is where sometimes the confusion will come in. So know your bag and identify it so you pick up your bag. Nobody is going to take your bag for you. Don't go and stand there and think there's a worker there who will take your bag and come and give it to you. No, you're going to stand by the conveyor belt and grab your bag. And then you can put it on a trolley or something. Okay. And also, when it comes to your luggage, I have a separate video on what to pack and how to pack. But when it comes to your luggage, be extra careful of what you put in your bags so that you don't have spillovers. And lastly, if you have a missing luggage, now, when we got to SA, right, my sister-in-law couldn't find her bag. We stood there for almost an hour just to get all the bags to come through. So be sure it wasn't packed. So after about an hour, we realized that no, the bag was not there. So the first thing is to lodge a complaint with the airline's help desk with your luggage details. Okay, the boarding pass and the luggage pass. They always attach details to your boarding pass. So she went with the rep, and even before they got there, she said she saw the bag somewhere, but the guy said, okay, let's go and report it. So when they were coming back, she said, no, it looks like my bag. It was somewhere else, different from our flight. So it means that it had found itself on a different flight. So she picked her bag. This was like almost 1 hour of us at the airport. Okay. So bags can get missing. But when you report to the decks, they'll take the details and track your bag for you. It might be same day, it might be 2 days or 3 days, but you'll get it. That experience was traumatizing because that was her first time traveling. And to have a bag experience like that, it wasn't funny, but now it's funny. Okay. So we're tired, we're exhausted. This was like 1 a.m. All we wanted to do was go and sleep. And here is the case, someone's bag was missing. So it can happen, but when it happens, don't panic. The traveler and tour guide did very well with that. When it comes to activities, I'll talk more about traveling with travel and tours. And so she got her bag back and then we left. So when it comes to the flight and your check-ins, these are some of the things I can share with you.